Hi all, in this video we are going to see how to build a minimum spanning tree from the given graph using Prim's algorithm. So this is the step. As you all know that Prim's algorithm comes under greedy approach. It means at every step it opt for a best option. Okay, the following is the step that we use for constructing minimum spanning tree using Prim's algorithm. So we start randomly given a graph. We randomly choose a vertex as a tree vertex. From there, we start expanding the tree vertices until all the vertices in the graph is included in the as a tree vertex, right? So on each iteration, we construct ti plus 1 from ti, that is from the tree ti, by adding vertex not in ti, that is closest to those already in ti. So we repeat this process until all the vertices are included. Let us go through these steps with the help of an example. Consider this graph as an example. So this is an undirected weight graph. So for this graph, we are going to apply Prim's algorithm for constructing minimum spanning tree. Okay. So what is the first step? Randomly, we have to select one vertex as a source vertex, and that source vertex becomes our tree vertex, right? So here for our example, we choose vertex A as the source vertex, right? So just to differentiate between the other vertices and the tree vertices, we have filled it with red color. So red, all the vertices that are filled with red color indicates that they belong to the tree vertices. Why do we say it as a tree vertex? Because we are constructing a minimum spanning tree. So as per the algorithm, once a vertex is included in the tree vertex, from that vertex, we are to find the vertices that are reachable with minimum cost. Yes. See from A. So what are the vertices reachable? It should be directly reachable. It means to that vertex there should be a direct edge from A. Okay. So accordingly, so we have two direct edges, right? To the vertex C and B. Okay. So C from A it is reachable by the cost 4. Similarly, the vertex B is reachable from A with the cost 2. To D, there is no direct edge from the vertex A. So why we are taking only A into account? Because this is the only vertex now present in the minimum spanning tree. That is, it is a only tree vertex. So from that vertex, we try to reach the remaining vertices through a direct edge, right? Since there is no direct edge from the vertex A, we don't have, right? So I have indicated since there is no source vertex, underscore comma star, it means that distance is undefined. So among these two, we have to always go for the minimum one, because we want a tree that covers all the vertices with minimum cost, right? Okay. So accordingly, when we choose which is the minimum one here, b of a comma 2 is the minimum. So now the vertex b will be added along with the tree vertex. Yes, this is the updated tree vertex. Okay. Now through this vertex B is added to the tree vertex. Now again we have to find the vertices that are reachable from these two vertices, because now the set of tree vertices are updated. Earlier we had only vertex A in the tree vertex, but now the vertex B is also added to it. Hence, from these two vertices we have to find the vertex that is reachable from minimum distance. Okay. So now, what are the two remaining vertices in the graph C and D? See, when I have two options for reaching vertex C. One is from vertex A, I have a direct edge. Similarly, from B, I have a direct edge. As I've already told you, we should not consider D because it is not present in tree vertex, right? So hence, since A and B are the only two vertices present in tree vertices, we take only these two vertices in the distance computations. So we have two possibilities of reaching C. One is from A and another one is from B. So among these two edges, which has the minimum cost? Because our target is to minimize the cost. So when there exists more than one possibility, we have to go with the possibility that has minimum value, right? So accordingly, among these two possibilities as indicated here, we go with this possibility. That is from A to C. Okay, since this has the minimum cost. Okay, we select this. Similarly, to reach D, we don't have any edge from vertex A, but from vertex B, we have an edge, direct edge. What is the cost of it? It is 3. So these are the two updated values, that is to reach the vertices C and D respectively. So now among these two possibilities, we have to select one which has the minimum cost. That is, we have to select one of the vertices which can be reached with minimum value. So when we observe these two values, which one is minimum here? 3 is the minimum. So we go with D of B comma 3 next. Hence we add D to the tree vertices now. So how many vertices are there now in the tree vertex? There are 3 vertices, namely A, B and C. So now only the target vertex to be added is C. So now again, when we observe the vertex C, there are 3 possibilities. That is, from A, B or D, I can reach the vertex C. But as told earlier, though there exists more than one possibility, we have to opt the possibility with minimum value, right? So among these 3 possibilities, which has the minimum value? The edge from the vertex D to vertex C is the minimum value. Hence we go for that option, right? We select while leaving the remaining 2 options. Hence we have updated it, we have also included. So when we observe, all the vertices present in the graph are now in the minimum spanning tree. That is, all the vertices in the graph now belongs to the tree vertices. Hence the algorithm stops here, right? So this is our minimum spanning tree. So which spans over all the vertices in the graph with minimum distance, right? So thus we have constructed a minimum spanning tree using Prim's algorithm. To summarize, that is, so in Prim's algorithm, randomly we have to choose one vertex as a tree vertex, and from there you have to proceed. So for our example, we have taken A as the source vertex, but it is not so. You can select any of the given vertices in the graph and you can start the algorithm. You can start applying the algorithm from that vertex, right? So now we'll go for the complexity analysis. So as known earlier, a graph can be realized using either adjacency matrix representation or a list representation. Whatever representation we make use of, when we recall the logic that we have seen for finding minimum spanning tree using Prim's algorithm, for every vertices, we are finding the possibility of reaching the every other vertices. Why we are considering all the possibilities? Because we have to select one possibility among those possibilities which has the minimum value, right? Okay, now if we are given an adjacency matrix representation, what is the dimension of the matrix? It depends upon the number of vertices that is present in the graph. So that is n square. So for every vertex we have to do how many edges? All possibilities, right? So it becomes O of n square. Similarly, for every edge, when we go for adjacency list representation, so the cost may be somewhat lesser when we go for some heap which gives us the result easily, because in minimum that is in adjacency list representation, for every node we maintain a list, so we need not go for all the options there, right? So but there, if we have some data structures which gives us the minimum value very quickly, then we could reduce it. So the time complexity there depends upon the minimum here that is used for implementing it. Okay, so if we are assuming that we have a priority queue, then the complexity becomes m log n, where n and m represents the number of vertices and edges in a graph. So that's it. Thus we have computed minimum spanning tree of any given graph using Prim's algorithm.